Ever wonder what happens when a mythical creature crashes the biggest event in fashion? Well, let me tell you the absolutely wild story of Bigfoot Bernie and how he accidentally became the talk of Paris Fashion Week. Our story starts not in the chic streets of Paris, but deep in the misty forests of the Pacific Northwest. This is the home of Bernie, a Bigfoot who's a bit different from his peers. While other Bigfoots were content with being mysterious and leaving giant footprints, Bernie had a secret passion. He was a collector. Not of rocks or rare leaves, but of discarded scraps of fabric he'd find near hiking trails and campsites. He had an eye for texture and color, piecing together little outfits for himself. His favorite was a patchwork vest made from an old flannel shirt and a piece of a forgotten silk scarf. To him, it was just a hobby. Little did he know, his unique sense of style was about to go global. One day, while foraging for berries near a particularly busy trail, Bernie stumbled upon something unusual. It was a large, abandoned shipping crate. Curiosity piqued. He nudged it open, and inside, surrounded by packing peanuts, were mannequins dressed in what he would later learn was haute couture. It turned out a hapless delivery driver, spooked by what he thought was a bear, had lost part of his cargo destined for Paris. Bernie, thinking he'd found a new family of very still, very well-dressed friends, decided to follow the truck's tracks, hoping to return them. He clambered into the back of another truck heading to the port, crate and all, and fell asleep. When he woke up, the air smelled different. Less pine, more pastry. He'd arrived in Paris. Confused but undeterred, he set off, crate in tow, searching for the owner of his new plastic pals. He lumbered through the streets, his own patchwork vest catching the morning light, and he was completely unaware of the spectacle he was creating. Parisians, known for their unflappable cool, stopped and stared. Who was this towering furry figure with such a unique ensemble? His accidental destination was the courtyard of the Louvre, where the biggest show of Paris Fashion Week was about to begin. The place was swarming with fashion editors, influencers, and street-style photographers, all desperate to capture the next big thing. And then in walked the biggest thing they had ever seen. Bernie, all 7 feet of him, shuffled past the security guards, who were too stunned to do anything. He just looked like some avant-garde performance artist to them. He wandered onto the runway just as the show was about to start. The lights dimmed, the music swelled, and there, in the center of it all, stood Bigfoot Bernie. There was a collective gasp, then silence. A famous fashion editor, let's call her Anna, squinted through her signature dark sunglasses. She wasn't seeing a monster. She was seeing a statement. The raw, untamed wilderness clashing with urban chic. His naturally matted fur, the unrefined silhouette, and that incredible patchwork vest. It was deconstructed, it was authentic. It was, in her mind, genius. She started to clap. Slowly at first, then enthusiastically, confused but encouraged, the rest of the fashion elite joined in. The photographers went wild. Flashes erupted, capturing Bernie from every angle. He just stood there, bewildered, clutching his mannequin. The models for the actual show started their walk, but no one was looking at them. All eyes were on Bernie. He had unintentionally stolen the show. The next day, he was on the cover of every fashion magazine. Headlines screamed, "The Wild Man of Fashion. Sasquatch Chic takes Paris." Is fur back? This icon says yes. Designers were inspired. They called his style primal grunge and forestcore. His patchwork vest was hailed as a masterpiece of sustainable fashion. Influencers started trying to recreate his look, layering mismatched fabrics and embracing a more untamed aesthetic. Faux fur sales skyrocketed. Bernie, meanwhile, was just trying to find a decent place to get some berries. He had no idea he'd become a global trendsetter. He eventually found his way to the Jardin des Plantes, a large botanical garden where he felt a little more at home. He finally left the crate of mannequins there, figuring they'd enjoy the scenery. His journey back home was just as strange as his arrival. A wealthy art collector who believed Bernie was a performance artist chartered a private jet for him, thinking he was flying him to his next gig at a gallery in Seattle. Bernie, just happy to be heading back towards familiar forests, simply went along with it. He returned to his quiet life in the Pacific Northwest, completely oblivious to the fashion revolution he had started. His fellow Bigfoots didn't notice anything different, except that Bernie's vest seemed a little more colorful than usual. He'd found a few more scraps of silk and tweed on his adventure. And so, the legend of Bigfoot Bernie, the accidental fashion icon, was born. It's a hilarious reminder that sometimes the most influential style comes from the most unexpected places. It proves that fashion isn't just about what's on the runway. It's about authenticity, even if that authenticity is a 7-foot-tall creature who just really likes patchwork. It makes you wonder who will be the next unlikely icon. Maybe a stylish squirrel or a platypus with a penchant for pearls. In the world of fashion, it seems anything is possible. Thanks for watching this crazy story. If you enjoyed it, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button for more unbelievable tales. Let me know in the comments what you think of Sasquatch Chic. Would you wear it? See you next time.